Earlier I spoke to John Duerden, Asian correspondent for The Guardian, World Soccer and Associated Press, and asked him about China's defeat to Denmark.
Well, it was a typical World Cup opening game, very tight, not many chances, both teams probably satisfied with getting 1 point each and not wanting to lose the game. And that was how it was turning out until the final seconds, and it was unfortunate for China. They defended so well. They looked the better team, I thought. But there's still 2 games left, but there's a lot of work left to do.
Plenty riding on this. I mean, the women's game in China is huge, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, the men have notoriously underachieved over the years, just 1 World Cup appearance, whereas the women, they come to Australia as Asian champions. They reached the final of the 1999 World Cup, losing to the US just on a penalty shootout. So they have a good history in the tournament and a strong league relative to many other countries. And, yeah, I mean, they have a decent chance of getting into the second round. I mean, Denmark was always going to be a very important game because England are the favourites, but there's still 2 games left, and if they can get a good result in the next game, the second round is very much still on the cards.
As you say at the beginning of the tournament, nervous starts all round. Perhaps that's the same story with England against Haiti as well. How do you rate England's chances this tournament?
Well, they come as European champions, and I think a few months ago people were thinking this could be the time. For few injuries, the build-up hasn't been great, and as you said, the first performance wasn't that impressive, but that happens in the World Cup. It's not about who's the best team in the beginning. You've got to build momentum, get your form ready. I think what they were hoping is by the time they get to the second round, hopefully quarterfinals, they'll be where they want to be. But certainly they're in the running to win the trophy. Maybe not quite the favourites as they were a few months ago, but still a strong team.
I mean, we'll look at the favourites in a moment, but first of all, this is post-COVID. This is turning out to be the best World Cup ever, isn't it?
Yeah, and it seems with the Women's World Cup, every tournament gets better and better every time. I think Australia is a power in the women's game too. And Australia and New Zealand, they love their sports, and there's appetite for live games, and it's a big tournament. And now it's seen as a very important part of the football calendar, and it's going from strength to strength. I think record attendances, hopefully record TV viewing figures, and more money into the game can only be a good thing.
So 3 or 4 big games today. Have you got any thoughts now on who you feel are the favourites?
Still very early. I think the US, of course, play Vietnam, a team making its debut in the tournament. They're defending champions, tipped to go all the way again this time. I think they'll be the team to beat. Again, Australia, I think home advantage. They've got a good team, a fantastic player in Sam Kerr, who may be the best player in the world. She's injured at the moment. I think a lot depends on how much she can play in the latter stages. But a home advantage could, I think, make a difference for them. But I think it's very open, and that's why a team like China can maybe not go and win, but maybe make some surprises and set the scene for a return to the form they had a few years ago.